r/rules horror. Posted by u/selfish_prince. When the clock strikes midnight, do not be in the main hall. I was stumbling my way under the halos of street lamps back home. I was angry, disoriented, sad and lost. It was close to 11 o'clock at night, me trying to keep my balance with several pints of beer's worth of alcohol still flowing through my veins. I wanted a car to run me over. I wanted something to happen, preventing me from getting back home. I hate that place. A place that once brought me solace and comfort, now was a dark maze of disorientation and suffering. What was I to do? I lost my family in a fire several months ago. I was the only one who made it. My parents and my little sister died. The only reason I made it was because I wasn't there. I snuck out at night and went out to party with the popular kids, hoping to forge some friendships to hold on to when I graduated from the last year of school. I'm 18. But once I got home and I saw the charred ruins of my house, being put out by the firemen in the rain outside, I began to transcend reality. I didn't know what I was watching. I didn't know if I was dreaming or hallucinating because I drank too much. A few weeks later, I found myself in council housing, provided by the city. Not that I needed it, but it happened nonetheless. It's standard procedure. I was entitled, since I was still relying on my parents to live and eat, so now the government had to take care of me until I had a chance to get back on my feet. When I got back home, after entering the main hall, quietly, so no one would see me, I turned around and looked to my left, near the Chirac. I lived in a common house, with 3 other rooms and 6 other people. I never liked being seen. I didn't want to interact with anyone or be spoken to by anyone. I don't have anything to say to you. I lost my family and I have nothing to live for right now. Go away. There was a stack of letters. I suppose the mailman came by and dropped them off. One of them was addressed to me. It was from an insurance company. Mr. Redacted, as the sole surviving kin of, Redacted, holder of Policy No. Redacted, insured life, and Policy No. Redacted, insured house, you are the inheritor of the sum of £214,957.30. Your money is insured and will be held in trust until you make your claim, without expiry date. In order to. I didn't read the rest. I had an initial urge to tear up the thing and spit in their face, but then I realized it won't do no good. I didn't want the money, I wanted my family back, but at this point, what would that achieve? They're gone. I was lucky enough to have that, bless my father. But I didn't want to go and claim it yet. I thought to myself, if I do that, I won't have anything else to rely on but that. So maybe it would be best to first find a job to pay the bills and then go claim it. So the next morning, I did just that. I woke up at around 12 o'clock, tormented by nightmares and feelings of guilt, not knowing if this is a cruel joke played by whatever unforgiving God or universe was being watched by. So after waking up, I took a long shower, shaved my face and went to the kitchen. My neighbor was a gym rat and he held his supplements on the counter. I popped 2 of them I knew he took for energy and left a coin and a note letting him know I snatched up one of them. I don't really know why I did that. I guess I'm antisocial, but I don't want to be a thief. Not even for something small. I began walking around the block, hoping to find something posted on any of the shops around me. I didn't really want to apply using a job site. I know those things aren't very reliable and many applications suck ass so they get ignored. But who cares? I knew that if I walked into the door in person, I would probably be taken a bit more seriously, even if my credentials were lackluster. It didn't even take 2 minutes before I began to feel sick to my stomach. I never walked out during daytime before. I hated being outside since the fire. I felt weighed down by my loss, so I had to distract myself. I popped into the nearest convenience store and bought a strong cup of coffee and a pack of cigarettes. I gave up smoking last summer after only trying it for like 3 months, but I had no idea what else would take my mind off it. In about 20 minutes or so, I walked past the local library. I found what I was looking for. The front door had a piece of paper on it that said hiring, ask inside for more details. Pay starts at 10/H. Good enough. I just wanted to have the bare minimum to pay rent and utilities and anything else I needed. I'd ration my inheritance. The librarian inside was a middle-aged woman who barely spoke English, but knew me well. I came there a lot during school and I studied for my finals. I wasn't a slacker, despite my urge to party at night. I was just socially inept. I spoke to her about it and she let me know the only position they have right now is nighttime custodian. On top of cleaning up, they needed me to sort books that were returned during the day and guard the place. Good enough for me. I came to work the next day. It was 9 in the evening, about an hour before my shift started, and I was alone in the place. I was given the keys to the place a day before, so I just entered and went to check the closet. I noticed an envelope sticking outside of the door, thinking it was placed there for me. Inside was a few papers, contract and job description, which I didn't bother to read. But there was also one final paper: rules for the night shift. 1. Keep the door locked at all time. 2. Turn off the smoke alarms. This will be important later. 3. You will find a bowl of water and a bouquet of basil on the shelf. Spray it in every corner of the building before beginning your work. It's holy water and it will protect you from most dangers. 4. The next chore on your list will be mopping the floors. You will find an unlabeled bottle made of metal under the bottom of the shelf. Before mixing, take the metal bucket, the wooden mop and the bottle and head to the canteen. It's down the hall to the left and then all the way around the right corner. Lock the door, open the windows and boil a pot of water. Measure precisely 47.5 milliliters, 1 cupful, and mix it with scalding hot water. Hold your breath and close your eyes for about 20 to 30 seconds while you can hear the water frothing. Once it's done, slowly open your eyes and grab the mop. Dunk it in the bucket, leave the bucket in the canteen and begin mopping the library. Once you're done with the first mop and you need to dunk it again, the vapors in the kitchen should have cleared. 5. Be careful and try to stay calm while mopping. You might hear certain sounds from around you, like train pipes squeaking, bumps on the ceiling or walls, knocking, etc. Take a deep breath, don't gaze around the room, don't yell out. Keep mopping and do not give it any attention. If the entities see they cannot get to you, they will eventually leave you alone. 6. When the clock strikes midnight, don't be in the main hall. Set an alarm on your phone 5 minutes before and go to the bathroom. Lock the door behind you and stay there for exactly 15 minutes. Once the 15 minutes had elapsed, listen carefully for another minute or 2. If you can hear steps, do not walk out yet. Wait another minute. 7. Once you're done, go to the front desk and begin sorting the books. The lights in the library aren't operational at night, so use whatever you like best to see what you're doing. 8. There is another bucket under the desk. Set it in front of you, out of reach of any flammable materials. 9. While sorting the books, if you at any point come across a book written in a writing system that does not look human or a language that seems nonsensical, set it in the bucket, grab a match from under the desk, light it and throw it in the bucket. Make sure you cover your ears after you do. It will get quite loud. 10. Once you're done doing that, turn on the ventilation. We don't keep it on all night, to save on the power bill. 11. After all books have been sorted through, go ahead and set them back into their appropriate section. Every book has a barcode on the back, showing you its section. Trace the other books and place it in its place, sorting alphabetically. 12. There are a few malevolent influences lurking around the library. However, they all seem to be incorporeal. At least so far as we can tell. If you leave the door open, or unlocked, there is a chance you will suffocate. No case has been lethal so far. Looking for the source of the noises has left one of our previous hires with PTSD. He takes 3 different prescription antidepressants just to sleep now. So don't go wandering around. 13. After midnight passes and once you had finished all your duties, you can mess around until your shift is over. You are mostly safe. Exercise caution, though. Oh, and do not leave the library before then. You won't be in danger, but the police is notified by our alarm system if anyone leaves between midnight and then, and you'll have a fun time explaining it to them. Plus, any fine we have to pay will come out of your paycheck. Be careful. It's 12 o'clock now. There is a beautiful woman upstairs. She's facing away from me. I tried to reach to her, but something is pushing me away. She has long, black hair and is wearing a beautiful summer dress. I tried coming closer to her. I tried yelling for her. I tried throwing something in her direction. I don't know what it is, but I will get her attention. I have to look at her. I have to kiss her. I have to hold her hand. She can take the pain away from me, I know it.